So I'm making sure that I waited an appropriate amount of time so that the video, the live stream, at least when it's played later, it doesn't start and I'm already speaking. That seems to happen. There's like a delay with YouTube. So right now, this is particularly going to be a strange live stream. I have borrowed time, don't we all? I'm at work. I'm on the my second break, which is the longest break that I'm given, and it's always a battle when one chooses to hit a button that literally says, "Hey, you're going to go live," and share whatever it is that you have. Well, it's sharing vulnerability. I right now, because of certain events, and it's just sometimes in life, this one I can't kind of wrap my head around. For the most part, I've had a very blessed life, and I've had people in my life that have been super positive. What's up, T. Roland? God bless you, man. Yo, props to, was it your channel? That last video, or I think it was Shill Hunter. That last video was Chef's Kiss. I saw on the community post. All right, but I can't get to see. Thank you. Look at how it cheered me up. All right, so the circumstances of today is, I'm thinking, overwhelmingly I've been the social butterfly, that I've always gotten along with people. I was the popular guy, the kid back in the day, and as I'm getting older, life changes for us all, and at your place of business, at the place that you have to be a certain way because your livelihood depends on it. I think that is, we can all unify on this aspect no matter when we start working. See, Fowls, bro, I miss you. I think we're gonna need a panel super soon, unless my computer takes another shit. Just today, okay? Specifically today, there has been there was an event that there's individuals, two out of maybe three individuals that I have to be around, and we always try to show when we're on the internet, when we voluntarily go on the internet, we try to show and sell almost that we are not human, that we are not vulnerable, we cannot be trolled, nothing gets under our skin. Noises in the background never bother us, and so showing that part of ourselves can often be used against us, just like every story I've ever shared, because I'm transparent and I don't let my history and the things that I've gone through hold me hostage, just like any moron that tries to weaponize it and use it against me. So keep on with the game. That's how it's played. Everybody has their own little freestyle handy book on how to try to get under somebody's skin. So yes, there is specifically one individual that I really enjoyed her company, and there's another one here, though. I don't think anybody's ever looked at her in a positive light in her entire life. Put them together, especially after an event that I'm not going into detail about for obvious reasons. I'm finding myself really struggling for a number of reasons, for a number of things I can just kind of list off. I miss my old job. I count my blessings that I have the job I do. And last night and today is a struggle. So I'm going to do something that I was going to go right into it, but for whatever reason, I want to share also that I can't think of anything more honest and vulnerable than a man who is trying to find some level of getting back with God, understanding God. And the one thing I'm very consistent on, which is selfish, and it's not the right way to practice. That's a whole debate and discussion for another time. I'm going to pray. I need to pray because I am frustrated, not only because of the issues that I am facing ongoing, which they're not grand, but they are frustrating because you have to grit, bear it, and things are not done. Justice never is really done unless you're running things yourself. And family stuff, really personal family stuff. Sure. Okay. Moving on. So I don't really know how. All I know is that when I do this very privately. But here we go. Dear Lord in heaven, please continue to give me the grace and the strength to deal with any obstacles that are placed before me. Give me some level of stoicism and grace. Give me the fortitude necessary so that I can get through my day to day, so that I can continue to help my family medically, emotionally, psychologically, so that they do not have to worry about paying anything off anymore. Let me be the one to take that burden from them. Please bless everybody that's positive in my life and those around me. I pray for the ones that I know are miserable. They make it very clear, and I think hurt people. For them specifically, please allow me to perhaps show and teach, or perhaps even learn from anything that I possibly can on this earth. Amen. That's all I got. I had to get it out there. Lewis, stuck in the middle. BSR, thy will be done, thy kingdom come. It is so, I cannot articulate enough how strange it feels for somebody who is such a proud, and I touted myself as the knowledgeable atheist. There were people that I knew years ago that would literally tag me in any platform they'd be on because they knew I was the guy that would go ham on the person that has their faith, and I would challenge them. I would, I'm sure if karma is a real thing, it has collected and it has hit me and beat me down. I try in this life to find purpose and reason for why we all struggle the way we do. I think looking outside of myself and thinking of even just some of you here, I know that you are good people. I know that you are good people. And I know you guys have gone through some shit. C-Fowls comes to mind, because C-Fowls and I went through very similar things. Hell, even Josh jumped in there for a spell. All of you, there's those of you I don't know as well, but BSR, I think I can confidently say you're a good man. You're a family man, and God bless you for that. Bad things happen to all of us. It doesn't matter what we've accomplished, what good deeds we've done. It is of my belief, as I continue to try to understand this journey and spirituality, that the rewards are maybe not something that we'll ever obtain or see in the physical form or plane. That's something really challenging for a guy like me to wrap their head around, given that I read Richard Dawkins and Christopher Hitchens and Sam Harris and so there's a unique dance of, I can't unlearn the things I've learned. All of the things and the arguments that I utilized against faith and being a man of faith again, they're still there. So it's an interesting battle, and it's going to create an interesting perspective. And I'm fascinated to see at least that evolution. Just as fascinated as I am when those background noises finally silence, and we will see the silence of the lambs. Oh, Buffalo Bill, by the way, real talk. Buffalo Bill, from that movie Silence of the Lambs, where he tucks it in. He said on the record, Stuck in the Middle, the show, on YouTube, they reported this. That guy went on the record whose career only exists because he tucked it in and said everything he said. Him and the producer were like, that was wrong and offensive. The character is not a trans person. He doesn't represent that. Yeah, way off topic, I know, but hey, I don't quite have a niche here. So, okay, let's, wait, what'd I miss? Joe? Oh, yeah, autism everywhere, Taylor. By God. Yeah, I'm working on the accepting part, Sir Lewis. So, okay, the mogging thing. I just saw a video about this guy, Cavicular. He got confronted, or whatever, Caligula, whatever. He's a streamer. So he's one of those strange dudes that I'm calling out people like him, his ilk, and I call out Joe Rogan, even if I get flack for it. I don't care. Maybe I'll stand to learn something. I'm always prepared to be corrected wrong. I think Joe Rogan is absolutely compromised. You can't be friends with somebody like Peter Thiel and not be compromised. He's always on the defensive. Every time he's brought up, he does not want to talk about what Peter Thiel does or anything, the Antichrist stuff or the technology, none of it. Joe Rogan, just watch. Well, you can watch the episode, not just the clip channels. And so this Cavicular, whatever, whoever, had that shady interview. He was given $15,000, and he is asked a question about his affiliation with the guy. He ends the interview, gets a viral clip, and throws a hissy fit, and starts projecting and deflecting, accusing the interviewer of being paid by Peter Thiel. I'm not familiar with the mogging shit, by the way. You're an old man yourself, dude. You should, that's awesome. I'll take it as a fucking compliment. Yeah, the mogging thing. What is mogging like? Is that, because I did watch a video about it, something where somebody's like trying to mess with their facial structure to look a certain way, like the Squidward meme. I don't know, man. The world has become overtly complicated, and but it's always been crazy. I'm convinced of that. I still have very controversial videos, topics, concepts, and clips that I'm going to show, but I did decide I need to call some old friends that, are representative of the topic I'm going to talk about in the future. The one where our very strange individual named Tyrone that's on the YouTube streets all day, jerking to Dagmo, wants to gobble gobblers, gobble, gobblers, gobbler. Something like that. Yeah, that Tyrone. He was like, I will not stand for it. Well, that makes me want to do it more, buddy. Maybe I'll include you and your profile in this video as we talk about the very issue that you got triggered by, which I think is a troll, and you're a troll, which feeds into the theory that we all have who that is. I'm gonna go. Thank you for joining. Looksmaxing, that is it. Thank you. Random, I don't know, I want to say all that though, but Looksmaxing, what the fuck? That was inevitable. All these things are inevitable. Whatever, we are going as far from the source of what humanity is as possible by all means. Not into the end times porn, but it's not in our lifetime. I'm sure enough, though. One day it shall be. But on a more positive note, God bless. Look up Stuck in the Middle, the show, Stuck in the Middle show, or go to my community posts and find it. I'll be there with homeboy Josh, and you'll see some shit that'll get me canceled here. God bless y'all. I'll read every comment later. Take care, guys.